mentioned. And
Thank you,
Kazi,
Kazi,
our
for
innovative pyramid of PNC. Yes, sir.
thank you,
All
Kazi,
yours.
for wonderful introduction. Just in one word. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sogo 47 for giving me opportunity. Thank you, Dr. Chintan. Thank you, Pratiksha and all chairpersons. Thank you, audience. You have enjoyed gala, dinner, gala, Antakshari. Yesterday he was talking about 11:39. They are preparing for this.
We missed you in that.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Pratiksha, the moment child is born, mother is also born. Father may be somewhere else, but mother is always there. Sultan may be somewhere else. With the blessings of mother of mine and so many mothers, 3 books written by us, written and read in RCOG as a reading material. With the blessings of Suresh sir, 2 books has promoted with his forward, Peter Petras of Peter Ecopaleography. The IBF DC has also gone for second edition. And I'm happy to announce that I'm editing chief of Scopus Recognized Journal. So do their paper, they can write to me. Associate editor in Open Access Journal, done as a KOL, and recently had taken interview of Professor Carmen Tourne in HD. Yes? Okay. And this is working. This is working. This is working. I'm fine. Thank you so kind of you. So you can see all these beautiful videos on my YouTube channel, is 4269. Today job is given to me is inverted the pyramid of antenatal care. Boss, 15 minutes का को 12 मिनट करना है. Excuse me, 15 मिनट कर दिया. हाँ 15 कर रहा है. 15 की 1 सेकंड बदल नहीं लो. Thank you. 15 बिल्कुल तैयार करें. 15 है तो 15. 14 मिनट 59 सेकंड. Thank you. So what is inverted pyramid of antenatal care? You know, sir has rightly told, because it's just like Pandora's box. You don't know anything. It is just like a magical world. So why we want to outline? Sir has mentioned that only evolving anomalies is 1.6 to 2.1%. So we have to take the opportunity of 12-week videos. What is the pyramid of past and what we are doing in future? What is the rationale, and we have to think beyond the ante. This is what we are doing antenatal care previously. First scan at 16 weeks, and there are multiple scan at 37 to 41 weeks. Because we don't know, and it is ultrasound was a luxury at that time. But now everybody has got that ultrasound machine, so there is evolution of antenatal care. We have to diagnose most of the things at 12 weeks. Specialist care at 12 to 14 weeks. Fetal echo can be beautifully done at 20 weeks. If you are not sure, read my book with the forward of Professor SWF. You can do beautiful fetal echography around 20 weeks of gestation. 37 weeks only we have to see for growth scan. So more than 90% of the aneuploidies, they are found in first trimester. More than 50% structural anomalies. Sir has mentioned so many evolving anomalies. But usually the structural anomaly you can diagnose in the first trimester with ultrasound scan of umbilical artery, with the scan of uterine artery, and with the scan of ophthalmic artery. You can predict preeclampsia. You can have a very good judgment of fetal growth scan. You can predict that this patient can for preterm delivery, and so many things about the miscarriage and stillbirth. So 80-year-old pyramid of antenatal care has turned upside down since 2011. Why? Because most of the chromosomal anomalies and structural anomalies can be found in first trimester. Evolution of fetal DNA has given us a clue that you can diagnose so many chromosomal anomalies in the early first trimester. We can predict complications in the first trimester such as preeclampsia with the ophthalmic artery Doppler, and so many things we can predict in the first trimester, because we don't want to get our patient enrolled in multiple irrational visits. First visit as late as 16 weeks, no predefined objectives, we can see so many things. I can see all the things which brain knows. So early estimation of specific risk, shift of antenatal care and series, and we can have a very good predictive likelihood ratio for the diagnosis of ultrasound in each and every visit. So there are so many bigger problems than chromosomal anomalies, like you have to look beyond the aneuploidies. We have to peek into our future, that we don't want babies goes into NICU with severe morbidity or neonatal death. Sir has rightly mentioned, if we see the cerebral impact at the later gestation, there is a rupture of fetal bladder and fetal urinomer. We don't want that type of fetal death, so we have to take care everything in the first trimester with the help of NIPT and double marker, and we can diagnose chromosomal anomaly. This is also Sir's brainchild, that is Dr. S. Suresh, Oscar, one-step solution for assessment of fetal risk. We can do everything on combined first trimester screening. We can have a very good antenatal visit. Accurate dating should be done casually on the first trimester or first ultrasound. You have to take. Don't change your EDD infrequent ultrasound measurement. You can do very well anomaly scan. You can predict preeclampsia. You can have a preterm birth story by doing the ultrasound of the fetal cervix or mother cervix. You can do fetal cervix. Corionicity you have to mention, and you have to see for NT-NS rectus venosus and tricuspid regurgitation, and it should be coupled with double marker. So what is our aim of inversion of ANC pyramid? We have to take the findings of 12-week opportunity. We can do everything early. Screening of fetal aneuploidies, diagnosis of fetal anomaly, we can screen SGA, screening of preeclampsia, preterm delivery, and even we can predict complications of twins. What is the screening of fetal ultrasound in the first trimester? You can see beautiful nasal bone, okay? You can see ductus venosus, and to do ductal ultrasound is very easy. You see color aliasing. The color aliasing which is either bright, here you can see the color aliasing, and just put your probe over there. At that time you have to tell patient just stop breathing for a while, because fetal breathing movement and maternal breathing movement will disturb your pulse, and you can do transverse sagittal. Whenever you can see bright and glistening, this color aliasing is typically different. Seeing is believing. And put your probe over there, you can see ductus venosus very well. This is the second transverse ductus I am taking about. So you can take ductus venosus very well in the first trimester. What is the age cutoff? What is the age? 35 we have taken as a cutoff. We can see so many unaffected people also. But there are that Lila Jone Sukubale. Sometimes unnecessarily we are screening for those people, those want screening. But we said we don't want to have any trisomy 21 undetected, because one trisomy 21 baby in a family. Why there is so much of cutting? You are doing this. Sorry. So if one baby in a family, it is a curse to family, because this has got very big longevity. It is a burden on the family, and I've seen so many families, they are not taking anything seriously when they have got trisomy 21 baby at home. When to screen? CRL between 45 to 84. Standard gestational age is 11 plus 13 plus 6 week of opportunity. Take very good CRL. This is a very good CRL. Baby should be conducive. Baby should give you proper position to do CRL. This is 74 CRL. Please sir, sorry. નથી ચાલતું? નથી મજા? ગાડી ક્યાં રાખી? Okay, thank you.
No, it's okay.
It's okay.
Sorry, audible, huh?
I am audible. તારામાં રેકોર્ડ નથી થતું? Okay, thank you. Thank you for it. Okay, that's okay. So when to screen? CRL between 45 to 84. Ribbon should be conducive. At that time, you can go for double marker screening. Hello. Yes. There should be a double marker screening at this visit, combined with nasal bone and knuckle. You can do ductus venosus, and you can see for tricuspid regurgitation. Put it on a graph. This graph B beta incident graph is already available. It is normal, but when papa is big and beta is growing, papa is increasing and beta is down level, then you have to think of some chromosomal abnormality in a baby. You can have all these priori risks. You can put ductus venosus, nasal bone, tricuspid regurgitation with fetal heart, and these all graphs are available online on FMF website. You just do your fetal crown trunk length, do knuckle thickness, and put in this plotting graph. You can see whether it is coming in high risk or low risk. Then those patients you can subject for NIPT, double marker or quadruped marker in frequent visits, so you are not able to miss any congenital report. So combined first trimester screening, there are so many risk factors. If your priori comes in more than 1 in 100, then you have to go for choriovenous sampling, time permits. If you are not comfortable with, you can go for amniotic basis. Intermediate risk, the diagnosis around intermediate risk is of 100 to 1000. NIPT or early anomaly scan But if your priority coming is more than 1000 in anomaly scan, don't do anything. Just wait, and you can have a very good baby with low risk available in the time. So don't do early jugglery in this all type of patients. Amniocentesis, believe me, it is very easy to do amniocentesis. You can see the needle is going here. In second patient, needle is going there. You can have a very good needle peeping it out. It's stop of only 5 minutes. You can have a amniocentesis in all the cases when your diagnosis or your cutoff priority is coming around 1 in 100. You can diagnose very well, and it is a very good selective tool for us to diagnose congenital anomaly or chromosomal abnormality. And if patient is not available, just mention in that case paper that advice amniocentesis. So early diagnosis, we all know that. This is a very beautiful chart in which we can see that all the things you can diagnose, or baby is forming everything within the first trimester. Up to 16 week of gestation, all major organs are developed. So you are able to diagnose everything within the first trimester. Anomaly scan at 12 week give you every opportunity. There are so many things which is always detectable. Anencephaly, you can see, everybody can diagnose anencephaly. A lobar hollow portion of the belly, abdominal wall defect, megacystitis, absent limbs. Potential detectable are diaphragmatic hernia. As rightly mentioned, late onset diaphragmatic hernia has got very good prognosis. So this patient can be operated very well. Tracheoesophageal fistula, high knuckle with high NT. So many little bit undetectable anomalies in first trimester is of microcephaly, cerebral hypoplasia, agenesis of corpus callosum, echogenic lung lesion, HLSS, ABST, some renal anomalies, open spina bifida, you can jolly well diagnose in first trimester. This is a simple 1 minute video. Can you give me the point? Okay. No, this is no point. There is no point inside. But you can see in the first trimester, you can see there is a upper lip. This is simple 1 minute video. Go there. You can see beautiful heart. You can see 2 lungs over there. 4 chamber heart is very well visualized. Thank you very much. So kind of you. You can see 4 chamber heart over there. 2 dots, 2 black dots are seen in fetus body. That is, one is stomach, and downstairs you can see the umbilical cord. This is umbilical cord is inserting in the abdomen. This is urinary bladder. This is lower limb. Just move your probe carefully. You can see whole baby with nasal bone, knuckle thickness, very beautiful heart, upper limbs. Triple line cord is there. You can see jolly well placenta. This is hands, baby is saying hi to you. Lower limb. So everything you are able to diagnose in first trimester. It is not difficult at all. If you are ready to see, you are open to your eye with ultrasound. You can see everything very well. This is a 13-week baby. Time is not permitting me to show you everything, but you can put color over there. You can see very well 4 chamber heart. You can diagnose everything on first trimester. All the rule of 3 propagated by Professor S. Suresh. You can see on this ultrasound very well. So it is not difficult to diagnose routine structural anomalies in first trimester. So we have to think beyond lemon and bananas. Our diagnosis of lemon and bananas, we always say to our students that no, if you find anything, just fruits in the CNS scan, it is not good. There should be no fruit, no banana, no banana in the fetal scan. So we have to thank Professor S. Suresh for giving us a clue of engagement pill, because only thing we can reduce the burden of NTDs in our first trimester by giving folate deficient mother good amount of folic acid into their stomach. So if after engagement we have to start that folic acid from the engagement, so we don't have this type of lemon and bananas in the brain. After knuckle, you have to see for intracranial translucency. We have to thank Professor Robbie Chovy for giving us very good notion that this is a normal intracranial translucency. It lost in the cases of spina bifida. You can see very well banana. Sulfurous, we can call it a crash sign also, because the cerebellum is just crashed because of the high pressure, and this cerebellum becomes banana. Jolly well in first trimester we can see this type of findings. We are able to diagnose fetal TOF, tetralogy of Fallot, in first trimester with transvaginal scan. This is left sided stomach, normal cycles. We can see ventricular septal defect over there. We can see overridings of aorta. We are able to see pulmonary stenosis, single vessel, and then abnormal 3 vessels. There is a notion of me that pass in fetal echography. Pass means pulmonary aorta superior vena cava, position, alignment and size. You can pass in fetal echocardiography if you do these 3 passes. So you can screen preeclampsia with very good screening of uterine artery. You can see jolly well notch over there. You can see there is a systolic notch as well as diastolic notch. These all are patients with severe preeclampsia, so we can diagnose early and we can subject all this woman into the first trimester with giving very good amount of very good amount of aspirin starting in the early trimester, and we can predict preeclampsia very well. We can put this on a preeclampsia growth priority. Preterm delivery, we can have this FMF graph over there, and we can use either vaginal progesterone or Cerclage or pessaries depending upon the situation. But it is my humble request to see cervix through transvaginal probe, and you can see TUS, that is thrust in the cervix, T shape, U shape or V shape, and then we can judge on the table that whether it is referred with vaginal progesterone. We have to go for Cerclage. All the twins we can diagnose very well in the first trimester. Dr. Professor Suresh is very well mentioning that first trimester is the opportunity you can diagnose chorionicidity as well as amniocity in the first trimester. There are risk calculation in the first trimester. So inverted pyramids of ANC is better care, early diagnosis, early prediction, early stratification, guide frequency of monitoring, early anomaly scanning, and online calculations are available on FMS. So thank you very
And
much.
there's your beautiful baby. Eating now.
Really? You're eating Doritos? He's eating Doritos on my ultrasound. See what I have to do.
This first trimester baby can do. You can see. Baby also likes Doritos. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity to present my work on ultrasound. And at the end, everyone should be happy.
The time to be happy is now, and the place to be happy is here. And the way to be happy is to make someone happy and have a little heaven right here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Listen, as usual,